This great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an NFC wildcard matchup between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 23-yard line.
Running, it's Drake. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And the Giants send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. Now Haskins on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Haskins. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
I'm here all day. Check it back or check it back.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 21-yard.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryant. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 37-yard line.
Back to throw, Watson. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Eluded, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Now for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Bears 7, Giants nothing.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 27 yards there, a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. For the shotgun with Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Faking the give. Now Watson. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Watson now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They hand off to their big tight end. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Play action. Haskins. It's caught. Jones. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 45 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Haskins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defender.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will add on to their lead. An extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bears 14, Giants nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson looking middle, and that's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now Watson going to sneak it, and he will have a Giants 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. After the run, Watson going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to run again.
Watson on the keeper. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Watson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Watson off play action. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Joe Judge going to send in the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard battle. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start the third quarter with a run by Cohen. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Mike 52, Mike 52. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Pick the edge. Come.
Now Haskins. The screen pass here to Cohen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 42 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Point after try forthcoming. And it's 21-3.
Is good. Makes the score Bears 21, Giants 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
A gain of
It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 42 yards. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get it.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Third down. Here's Haskins.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From midfield now, Haskins. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins.
That one complete to Joe Reed.
And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up deep.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Right back to him on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
And at the 11-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd and 10, Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's second down. To throw again, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Jonathan Abram picks it.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 56 money.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right at the line of
no gain on the play there. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Under crunch.
Again, it's Cohen. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Ran. Hey, 18.
A first throw for the backup Trubisky. And Jennings has it.
And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
And they will take a knee here.